Xingqiu, at your service, my liege. I humbly trust that even one such as I, a mere bookworm, may yet prove to be of some utility under your wise leadership. Nice. I don't often get a chance to speak with such formality. It felt pretty good. "'Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me. Now this is what I call a moment of solitude." Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Wow! Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume. Aw. Drat. If my calculations are correct, Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure? My family makes ornate umbrellas that block neither rain nor shine. Their sole purpose is for decoration upon a wall. Good. The rain has stopped. Any longer and my books would have gotten wet. Only when it snows like this would I prefer to be at home than in a bookstore, for there is a well-stocked fireplace at home, while there is no fire allowed in bookstores. Great weather for practicing martial arts, but perfect weather for reading. Hey, what's that ridiculous look for? You look as if you're trying to decipher some strange text written on my forehead. Morning. The morn hours are precious. Spend them on that which matters to you. I am uninclined to eat a heavy meal this luncheon, but instead indulge in some baked treats. As long as I eat in the study, my father and brother will never have to know. Oh, you want to join me? Well, as long as you don't get crumbs on the books, I suppose it's fine. What say we snatch a few fireflies and read in the light they give? Hey, I'm joking. Seriously, don't. It's bad for your eyesight. You will find me in the same place as ever tomorrow. So I'll see you then, unless you manage to get lost on the way. I always have to put on an act around other people, because they see me only as the second son of the Fair and Commerce Guild. It's a relief that I can just be myself around you. I think it's because you don't see me in the same way. I would say we are book buddies. Huh? Combat? Greenlock clan? Comrades in arms? What on earth are you talking about? I told you that's our little secret. We should become sworn siblings. Let's go to the altar at Union Kars. Nope, no ifs, no buts. You know too much about me. You know the real me, and the one I normally have to hide. I simply can't let you go until you promise me you will go through with it. There aren't any records on matters concerning visions, but I do have a passage dedicated to the topic in my collection of ancient texts. I can lend it to you if you want. I've come to an epiphany based on some things I've been reading. Ultimately, the arts of the polearm and the sword are just the art of the eye. Ugh, it's a little difficult to explain. If you want to know more, come with me to Wangshen Hall. But first, you have to promise me you won't laugh. Must-see places in Liyue? That's a tough question. Place I would miss the most if it disappeared would be Wanwen Bookhouse. First and foremost, the Twas sect would be in the top 10 too. I used to like rabbits, but I'm more of a fan of stags now. To me, the saying, "May my final stand be a monument to chivalry," is about abandoning worldly possessions and reaching enlightenment. But the stag's final resting place represents the hope for life anew. Oh, how I'd love to see it again. I have great respect for Lady Beto. I just wish she wouldn't ruffle my hair and call me kid each time she sees me. In her capacity as the patron, I am obliged to respect her. Otherwise, it could create issues for my father and brother. On a personal level, let me think. I think I will go with no comment. I shan't speak ill will of others. Ah, dear Xingqiu, though he understands me quite well, one has to exercise caution when teaming up with him to go on a quest. He's making good progress in the martial arts, but I would say he hasn't quite internalized the chivalric code yet. He needs more practice, especially at eating spicy food. When Yunjing drinks a beverage she is fond of, she will be inspired to write a new play. So I keep a jar of tea leaves under my bed at all times, ready to deliver to her on the day that her inspiration dries up. This way I shall never run out of heroic tales to listen to. Ah, yes, the young lady who is now the director of the Wangshan funeral parlor. If you're asking what I think about her as a person, well, there are all sorts of rumors about the way she works. But I think if you really want to understand someone, you need to find out what they are really after. I've always thought there is more to Chi-Chi than meets the eye, but it's impossible to have a conversation her with Baiju around. We could wait till Baiju makes a phone call to one of the other patients and corner her. When you first spot Xiangling out and about, the first thing you should do is check the look on her face, especially when she's coming back from collecting new ingredients. The more excited she looks, the more danger it is to approach, because if she sees you, she'll force you to taste test her latest concoction. I usually get Chongyan to handle these situations. Where does Xingqiu perform? Anywhere from Chihuk Rock to Yujing Terrace, no spot is untouched by her disruptive presence. A quiet day when I can curl up with a good book is a rare treasure indeed. I've thought of all the illustrations I want from each major event in the next 3 volumes. I should write my thoughts down before I forget them, and send them to Mr. Crichton's. My father and brother entertained that gentleman as a guest once. In the way they were acting, he must be a very high-profile figure indeed. I also heard that he directs funerals for the Adepti, so he must certainly have great depth to his character. We should do some digging and see what we can find out about him. I find that Miss Shenhu seems to look at me somewhat fiercely, so I daren't approach her lightly. Bizarre. Did I inadvertently upset her? Or maybe upset someone close to her? Are you keeping well, my liege? If you have no other matters to attend to, might I recommend a trip to the Wanwen Bookhouse? You ask why I enjoy reading in solitude. Studiousness can hardly be considered a bad habit. There's not much more to it than that, really. Your schedule is free today? Wonderful. I am ready to leave whenever you are. My book? Oh, never mind that. I can always pick up where I left off when I get back. But those in distress who need our assistance cannot afford to wait. You feel inspired, you say? You want to write a martial arts detective novel based on our adventures together? And you want to call it The Chronicles of Moonlit? It's a good idea, it really is, but I'll have to decline. I'm sorry. Yes, really. A weaver of verses who draws from an ocean of expression. That's the reputation I aspire to, but you're the only person I can share that with. I am actually writing a novel, but I can't let you see it. Not yet. Time will come, though. You'll be able to read it when it's on sale in bookstores all over Liyue. Evidently, my hobby is reading. I'll read anything and everything. What's that mischievous grin on for? Oh, that's between you and the two of us, okay? It's not appropriate to discuss it out loud. There's no point in bringing it up anyway. What annoys me? Well, one day my brother will inherit the family business. What will happen to me then? I fear my current carefree existence would... Oh, no. It's not about my status or anything like that. I don't care for that kind of thing. I think my brother is something of a simpleton, and I would probably end up having to do most of his job for him. I like baked goods and Yue-style seafood, probably because I'm used to quite a bland diet at home. I hate carrots. When I was young, my mother would mash them up into... I can't go on. Just thinking about it makes me sick. Were it not for my capability, the cause that so inspires me would remain confined to the pages that extol its virtues. Had I no moral compass, my efforts would have been misguided, doomed to a grasp at shadows while missing the substance. I would have become a Philistine that seeks only violence. There is a cause that I seek to champion, yet few in Liyue share my aspiration. This I have known for a long time, for it is a path I have walked for many years. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Witness the power of Guhua. Let me weave you a verse. Rain cutter. Body and mind. Time to act. Excellent. Treasure hunting. A valiant endeavor. Hope we find long-lost ancient literature. Change of plans. I can no longer hold back. May my final stand be a monument to chivalry. I have taught you everything I know. The brightest flames burn fastest. I am outplayed. A minor setback. I let my guard down. Not good. May knowledge guide you. Chivalry will never die. For justice. That was all of Xingqiu's voice lines. That is me speaking the whole time I have my desktop audio off. Have a good day.